Here's the thing I really wanted to say about math lunch that some of you have figured out. Math lunch is not a punishment, and even more so than that, it's actually kind of like nice. Especially as yesterday, you probably found out the cafeteria is kind of loosening up a little bit, and people can sit where they want. But because of that, teachers are kind of strategically placing themselves in the middle of the cafeteria to try to help handle that. So if you find yourself at lunch like, man, I'm kind of over this, I don't really want to eat in the cafeteria, just come down to math lunch. You don't have to be behind to come to math lunch, and you don't need my permission. If we have too many people, we'll spread out. We'll make sure that we keep some distance between us when we eat. But I mean, in the cafeteria, you don't have very much distance between you now. Because, I don't want to say that we're going with, the herd immunity type, mentality, because that's not what we're doing, but we're not contact tracing anymore, because a lot of us are vaccinated, a lot of us have had COVID. So it's just, we're loosening up a little bit, so we still need to keep some distance between each other, but I don't have to track, who was next to each other at math lunch. I don't have to keep track of that anymore. So, if you're looking to get a really good jump start on Chapter 6, you could come to math lunch to work ahead. Even though 611 isn't technically due till Thursday, you could tell yourself it's due tomorrow. And you want to get it done and get it ready and get it to turn in. Now, I'm still going to ask that you hang on to homeworks till we check them together. Because now if you turn in homeworks with wrong answers, that's going to be a check minus, because I feel like we need to work together to address that. So, reminder, in Schoology, so if I open a tab, I always get to Schoology through the Phoenix page, and Mr. Estes has a cool little pop-up reminding parents, if it pops up, maybe because I've already closed it, it's not going to pop up. But we have a parent meeting tonight, so there's normally, right now there was a pop-up unless he made it go away. In Schoology, if you struggle on your homework, not only have I started putting cheat sheets in here, but the homework help website is linked right in here. So reminder, if you go here and you click on homework help, and then you click on chapter 6, and then you click on tonight's homework, there are step-by-step help, or advice, I don't know, that grammar was bad. But there is step-by-step help on here. Some of them even go all the way to the answer, right? So please quit telling yourself you can't do this. That's a lie. Quit lying to yourself. You have everything available to you that you can get the homework done on time and correctly. Vincent? It's almost like I want you to work with your friends and use the homework help and come ask me questions. It's almost like I care about your success. Almost. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is talk about chapter 6, because we are starting a new chapter, which is why I'm trying to encourage some of us to get our feet under us really well and get ahead on your homework instead of get behind. So check it. This week is going to take us all through the 6.1 section, which is about comparing expressions. So remember, an equation says something's equal, but things aren't always equal, and that's when we need to use those comparison symbols that are on your notes. So keep out 611. Please don't put this away. It says examples from class because we have stuff to talk about. Here's the timeline, if you care about seeing the timeline, right? So this will be this week. Next week, what's special about next week? Yeah, no school Monday, SLC on Thursday, and Cultural Showcase. Are we sure Cultural Showcase is next week? I think it's the week. No, you're right. I'm just weird with my days because that's 10 days from now. So yeah, Cultural Showcase on the 25th. So next week's real busy, but you got Monday off. Guys, here's the deal. We know you at this point, and we get really frustrated when you don't do what we know you can do. If you're behind on your homework heading into the weekend, what should you be doing Monday? Schoolwork. It's not a day off if you're behind. So if you're one of those people who's constantly behind, you need to step it up and start taking some time at home, using the tools available to you. It's your job. Start acting like it. Now, for those of you that have been doing your job, sorry, I don't mean to lecture you. Not my goal here. All right, anyone feel like reading? to center us on what we're talking about with the chapter. Kylie, you want to hit us with the first paragraph? Here, let me try to make it a little bigger. All right, you want to read the first paragraph for us?
In chapter 4, you work with writing and simplifying expressions. As you wrote expressions, you learned that it was helpful to simplify them by substituting like terms and removing zeros. In this lesson, you and your teammates will use a tool for comparing expressions. The tool will allow you to determine whether one expression is greater than the other or if they are equivalent. Ways of writing the same thing. That is, if they are equal.
Yeah, so if they're equal, it can turn into an equation. But a lot of what we see today, we're not going to be able to figure out if it's equal or not. So here's the weird thing about CPM that has messed me up for a couple years, and finally I'm used to it. The shaded in tiles. Those count as positive because they're taking up positive space. The empty, the white tiles, are negative. And I wore this shirt on purpose. I used to print t-shirts in college. When you make a t-shirt design, this, like the established in 1803 in the Worthington, are these letters printed on the shirt? Not actually. They're the negative space, right? They're the missing ink. So we care a lot about negative space, and that's why CPM did that, is if you box something out and leave the middle of it empty, it's called negative space. It's like when you're making a design, this is just a one-color t-shirt design, right? Whereas this t-shirt, they used white and gray, and they didn't really use the negative space for anything except for like the inside of the O, right? Like wherever you can still see the shirt. So that's negative space, right? Some designs, you use the negative space, some designs we don't. So, Ignacio and Oliver are looking at, wait, what? Ooh, this, we need to make this thing. Questions? What? Who? Huh? Oh, lunch count. What is and this? If your follow-up is done, you just turn it in. It's due tomorrow. Yeah, so make sure you do the whole follow-up. You're right, lunch count. And I even have my email sitting here on the other screen. Walking taco! Woo-woo! Walking taco. All right, so your option today is walking taco and everything else. I'm telling Miss Maines we all say good morning. I can't vouch for what it is here, but normally it's like a bag of Doritos with taco stuff mixed in it.
Oh, then yeah.
I like it, but I will eat tacos all day, every day. Tacos, hot wings, and pizza. Like, I could eat that stuff for the rest of forever. I would probably pass away in 5 years, but... All right, walking taco. How many people? Walking taco. 1, 2, 3. 11 is what I'm looking at, yeah. Cheeseburger. 2. Hamburger. Hamburger. No cheese. None. Cheese pizza. 2 again. And pepperoni pizza. 2. All right, everybody. Sun butter jelly. I don't know why I try to forget that, but most 1. Anybody? Hands high. Sun butter jelly. Sweet. And sent. Yeah, so guys, I'll pop back to the original slide in case we were moving too fast. So this week's, like, what is due, the follow-up, if you give yourself 2 days to do it, which you don't really need it, right? If your follow-up is done, turn it in. Tomorrow, it should be due. Like, you should hold yourself accountable. If it's not, you should come to math lunch or do it at AO or extensions or, I don't know, crazy idea, do work at home. Wild. 611 due Thursday, 612 due Friday. Should we restart the homework competition? Should we? You guys want a chance at winning a party for you guys? Because like Math 8 has to vote on their party, but I'm debating on saying Math 8 already won a party and it's just us versus the other Math 7 class. Would that maybe be a bit more enticing if it's just 2 classes and it's just Math 7 versus Math 7? So I think that's going to start on Thursday then. And then we're going to say the first Chapter 6 homework, we're going to start our competition again. So if you are trying to complete the homework right now, please don't. Let's go ahead and look at this page, and then we can put it away, I guess. So look at 611. The homework for tonight, look at 611. I give you a reminder, and some of you are like, yeah, no, I know this, man. Why'd you even put it on here? Less than, because we read left to right. Sorry, messing with my camera. So like 3 is less than 7. Less than or equal to has the bar on the bottom. So if I was you, and of course we all have highlighters now because we're so used to them. If you need highlighters, go grab 1 or 2. Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. Get your highlighters because it's your birthday. I don't know.
Vanessa forgot to say she wanted pepperoni, right? Pepperoni?
Yeah. Extra pep pizza.
Yeah. Unless we got her, but I don't think she raised her hand during that time.
I would highlight the bar that is under the symbol and highlight the or equal to. Oh, he's going to dry out. Guys, please make sure that if you borrow my supplies, you take care of them and put them back where they belong. And with, this is like somebody took the hat off and never put it back. That's sad. And then greater than or equal to, it's always because the like half of an equal sign down here. So 19 is greater than or equal to 14. We could just use greater than, but we could also use greater than or equal to. And we'll start to use these as we use variables in our comparisons. All right, so this can go ahead and be put away. I should not see anybody working on it for the rest of class. That's being sneaky, and we don't want to be sneaky because also it's not my first rodeo. I see you. I know what you're doing. It's not very sneaky, if we're being honest. On this paper, which I don't know why it won't focus because it's just white, I would turn it so your hole punches are at the top, but that's up to you. We are going to title this paper. You can pull out a Sharpie or a pen or use your highlighter or just your pencil if you want. We're going to title this Our Expression Mat. And on our expression mat, we're going to draw a giant rectangle with a left side and a right side. And guys, this is to save paper. That's why we're reusing those papers that came from the print shop for me. So if you really want to make this look nice, you can grab a ruler real quick. Yeah, that bottom of my box is not square. It doesn't matter. It does not need to look pretty. This is for you. And then down, like the relative center of the paper, which is pretty much at the hole punch. We're going to put a question mark in the middle, and I bet I am drawing on my desk. Yep. There's a question mark on my desk. So be careful. If you're using a Sharpie, they bleed. I would stick another piece of paper under this. If you're using a Sharpie, careful, it bleeds. So your paper should look like this. So what we're going to use this for is being able to visually compare the left side of our expression mat with the right side. Now, if you used your paper tall ways, that's fine. We just need a left versus a right. We need a left versus a right. I will give you a second. So essentially what we're doing is making a big version of what we see on this handout. See how we have little mats and there's a question mark between? So I'm trying to give you time to do this. It's okay. I'm not an artist. Yeah, actually, Jesus has a point. You don't even need the left and right sides of the box. Really, you just need the division down the middle and like a question mark. You really just need that dotted line down the middle and a question mark. Right in the middle. Because we're going to compare the left side with the right side. Then once you have this drawn, you should have algebra tiles at your desk. And we are going to make, I would not dump all of these out. It's up to you, but they need to be put away at the end. We're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, nope, that's 6. 5, and then boom, 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 and boom. Now, if you guys run out of tiles, we got more. I can get more out and put them, bring them to your desk. So make your expression mat look just like this. I mean, your tiles don't have to be in the same places mine are, but we have here I'll make little groups so it's easier to see. There you go. I know I did not put enough bags. We're sharing, guys. We're sharing. We'd rather be sharing than caring, right? Anybody running out? Anybody need more? Yeah, you might need to get the big tiles out of the bag to get to the little tiles, the 1 tiles. Sure, yeah. This takes a little bit of time anyway, so you're okay, Layla. At the top of your expression mat, I would maybe make myself a reminder, at least if you're like me and you need the reminder, that the shaded in equals +1. And actually, if you have colors, guys, when we actually look at these, it's blue versus red, right? So the red tile, or if we see an empty tile, that's -1, right? +1 versus -1. We're going to do a few of these, so if you got tiles out, you can keep them out. Doesn't really matter. My desk has a ton of tiles on it, so it's okay. So Kylie said something really important. We simplify our expressions by combining like terms and making zeros. Can anyone help me figure out what do you mean making zeros? And can I do that here, Eli? Everybody listen to Eli. Eli, say that again exactly. So to say what Eli said again, because some people were still talking, if we take 1 positive and 1 negative and put them together, Eli said, well, that makes 0, because +1 and -1 make 0. Or +1 and -1 make 0. So I want you to pair up as many zeros as you can on both sides. But, hold on! I cannot cross this middle line. I can't move a tile across this line. I gotta keep tiles on the left, tiles on the right. So make as many 0 pairs as you can. And then I would probably scooch them off to the edge of your mat. Pair up positives and negatives. I would not stack them though. I would keep them beside each other. It's harder to see if you stack them, so I would keep them beside each other. Do you need some more 1? selfish over here? Here, if you need more ones, there's some more up here. I can clean this up later. But here. There's some extra ones. All right, time for cards. Let's see who's awake. Katie, did I get all of my positive, negative pairs, or did I miss anything? I missed one on the, which side? Left side or right side? The right side, right? So this guy can go up here and pair up with that positive. So now, when I compare the left side versus the right side, I know we're just learning this. And actually, Carmen, I'm going to skip over your card because you missed a few days unless you want to go. You're good. So, Antonella, what's my value of my left side? Positive 2. Marina, what's my value of my right side? Negative 3. So we could, on our graph paper, that if you don't have out, come on, it's February. You know you need graph paper. This is 6-1. I'm giving you a hard time, and now I don't have any clean graph paper over here. It's all written on. If you need graph paper, get graph paper. Hey, we all make mistakes. We all forget things sometimes. So on our notes, because we're not going to write on the expression mat, right? We want to be able to reuse this. So on our notes, we could probably head our notes 6.1.1. And this is actually problem 6.1. What we found when simplified is that positive 2 and negative 3. So what symbol, Jesus, which is bigger? Positive 2 or negative 3? Yeah, the positive 2. Guys, even though 3 is like a bigger number, we're talking about which one is higher. So if you need to make a reminder, which I like reminders, love reminders, a vertical number line is really helpful here. So if I have 0 in the middle, positives up here, negatives down here, we're saying which one is higher up. That's how we determine which one is greater. Which one, if we're talking like money, which would you rather have? Would you rather have somebody give you $2 or take away $3 from you? I'd rather somebody give me money. Questions on what we just did with combining the positives and negatives to make 0, what we had left over, positive 2, negative 3. This is not equal, right? The left side and the right side are not equal to each other. 2 is greater than 3. Questions? So now, look at this handout. You can make these on your expression mat if you want, but you don't have to build them on your mat if you don't want to. We can circle, like with a highlighter or with your pencil or whatever, we can make 0 pairs. But I want you to try to simplify the left side and right side of each of these mats. I'm going to walk around to help people, but talk with your team. We want to try to combine opposites to make zeros and figure out what you have left over. So here's what that mat would look like for 6-2, what you have on your paper. I just colorized it. So if you're going to build it on your paper, this is what it would look like. do another one of these together. Like this one that's up on the board, right? Just 6-2 that you're looking at right now. Farah, do I have any opposites on the left side that I can join up? The negative x and the positive x, I can join those, and then I'm going to scooch it like over here. So that would be a 0. Do I have any other opposites on the left side? No. Franco, do I have any opposites on the right side? Remember, you guys can always pass. I want you to think about it, but you can always pass. Vincent, what do you think? Opposites on the right side? The x and the negative x. And again, I can drag those over, and that's 0. So really, I could get rid of them, but I don't want to confuse you guys by like making them disappear. Those are just opposites, so they're 0. So I try to write out what I have. On the left side, I should probably just write in black. Eve, can you tell me how I could say what I have on the left side? Like what I have that matters. Because we said these don't really matter. They made 0. What is this tile? Can you help me with that? How do we call it? If you want to pass, you can just pass. But just say pass. There you go. Layla, graph. What is this tile? X squared. And then what do I have down here? So we could say x squared and how many negative ones? So I got -5. So guys, where on your worksheet, where it says 6-2, I can't do because my screen is locked right now. Top of your worksheet, 6-2, under the left side, write down x squared plus -5. Under the right side of that tile, remember this is 6-2. This is on our worksheet. Anybody, what would I write for the right side? Just shout it out. X squared and -4. Questions? Now, if we assume x or x squared, if we assume that it's positive, right? They drew it blue. We're going to assume it's positive. Which side is bigger here? Or which side is higher up? This is kind of tough. Anyone want to volunteer to take a try? Kylie? The right side, really, because it's less negative, right? This is less negative than that side is. So we'd say the right side is bigger. The gator's mouth would open that way. Does that make sense? Now, pull out your Chromebook. I know, you're like, crap, I got all this stuff on my desk. Pull out your Chromebook. Trust me. Just on top of your tiles, on top of your papers, I don't care. Pull out your Chromebook. Why? I'm going to make your life easier. I mean, you can not believe me and not do this. I don't care. What am I going to do? Give you detention? Go to our Schoology, because part of this is training you to use our Schoology more. Go to our Schoology. So everyone should be landing at Phoenix and then clicking on Schoology. I will give you a moment to get there. Gasp? Are we okay? What? Did I just hear something about poop? Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I thought we were talking about poo. Well, they said poo. Guys, my Math 8 class has started to find it really funny because a lot of our problems have like A, B, C, D. So now, I'm only killing time while you guys are working. So be getting to Schoology. They find it really funny to say oh, hey, do you want to do D? Hey, Gus, do you want to do D in front of the class? They find it really So do I, because it sounds like poop. Poop jokes don't really get less funny, except when you're a parent with a kid who is like poopy diapers. Then I think it's probably not funny. From our Schoology page, go to the ebook. I know you probably could have gotten there otherwise, but we're going to go to the ebook. What about money? So you can either do it from right in here, or if you click the blue text up, you can't see my screen. It only took me that long to figure out that you couldn't see my screen. If you click the blue text where it says CPM ebooks, if you click that again, it'll take you to the site outside of Schoology. So if you want to open it up in its own tab, just click that again. But you can open it. I'm going to try it from inside Schoology and see if all of this, yeah, that doesn't work. So we have to click up here again, boop, and then log in with Google. So really, you could just go to the ebooks website if you have a link to get there. But Schoology gets us there as well. So CPM ebooks. Yeah, I'm going to do it again for anyone who needs to watch. From our math page, we click on CPM ebook. Then click on it again. Click on CPM ebook again up here at the top of your page. Click it again. Log in with Google. Use your school account. Then, ebook. Yo, hey, it's okay. We're mature enough to move on. Ebook, chapter 6, 611. I'll walk around and help people. You are looking for 611. We're in 611. Go to problem 6.3. And you're looking for the 6.3 student e-tool. This. 6.3 student e-tool. Actually, you might just have to allow it. Should pull up your account in the words log you again. There you go. Now go to ebooks. Then click on our Math 7 book. Go to chapter 6. The one that's not Spanish. That means Espanol, so you're going to click here. Now, we can drag tiles around. Hey, that's not going to work. You got to click up here again. So go down to 6.3 student e-tool. There you go. She's my student teacher person who you guys don't know. Click on just Google. Yeah, you don't need to type anything in. Yeah, now you can drag the tiles around and group them up. Can I please be that person? No, my name was given to me. And that's Hub, H-U-B. I think you, yeah, because it changed it to Hubcap. Because a Hubcap is the thing on the card. Hey, why are we Googling this instead of...
Down a little bit to the third one.
Doing alright, doing alright. 6.3, scroll down to 6.3. And there's a link that says student, not 6.1.3. So in 6.1.1, go to problem 3. So here, click right there. Yo, right up here, if you're struggling. Problem 6-3. It is in 6.1.1 though. You're looking for the student e-tool, which will open this. So now, hold up. Look up here real quick. If I could pause your screen, I would. Watch. If I click the tile, it flips. We don't want to do that right now because we don't know why that flips yet. All we want to do is drag around. But if you want to drag a whole group, highlight across the group, like make a box, and then you can drag the group of tiles. So if I wanted to drag all of these down, I can highlight across the group and drag them down. So make zeros. Make whatever zeros you can on both sides. We cannot cross the middle line. We cannot cross that middle line. Yeah, we just keep using these for art because it's still a straight edge. So I've got more rulers up here if you need a full-size ruler, but if you're just trying to draw straight lines, we can use these. So that's why I keep throwing them back in the can, because especially during my math art class, we just need straight lines. Okay, guys, please have self-control with my rulers. People break them, and then they go, oops, I didn't know that would happen. I'm like, yeah, you did. It's plastic. You bent it till it broke. Like, yeah, happens all the time. Can I make zeros on the right-hand side? You guys are all like, I don't need you anymore, Hudson. I got my computer up now. I can make zeros over here, right? Hey, guys, guess what? If you need help on the homework, this tool is in the homework help. So if you need help on the homework, go use the homework help, and then you'll have this tool available to you. What is the simplified value of the left side? Don't know where I put my cards. Lucas, what is our left side value? Yeah, once we zero out what we can, what do we have left?
We have 1x plus 6.
Yeah, this is just x, not x squared. So x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 6. Questions on why that is x plus 6? Vanessa, what about the right side? Yeah, x plus 2. Are they equal? No. Which side is bigger? The left side. It has more positive. Questions on this? Up here, yo, give me your eyes. Up here, your ebook should still be open in the tab to the left. So if you click right here, it should take you back to the ebook. Go to problem 4. And then 6.5a, student e-tool, let's try this one. So 6.5a, sorry, I guess skip problem 4. Ooh. Actually, wait, we should talk about problem 4. This is going to be a good place probably to cut. Hands off your keyboard for a second. If I look at 6.5a, I've got a lot going on here. I'm going to go back to the regular zoom because, watch, eyes up here. I should see like however many eyes are you guys times 2. Watch. I can make 0. I can make 0, make 0, make 0. But I'm left with this x, right, on this left-hand side. And I can make 0, I can make 0, I can make 0. But I'm left with this x on the right-hand side. This is like what we've been practicing with algebra, that handout that I gave you last week, and it was all up here. Somebody need to change what's up here now? I can do anything I want as long as I'm fair. So if I say, you know, I really just want to talk about these ones, I want to get rid of this x. I'm allowed to do that as long as I also get rid of an x from the other side. So if I get rid of x's from both sides, now I don't have to talk about x. So now my left side is just 2, and my right side is just 3, and now I'm just comparing 2 to 3. The 3 is going to be bigger. So, as you're doing your homework, you don't have to do that, but you can. It'll make things simpler. And then also, my zeros, I should get rid of 0. But guys, subtracting 0 doesn't, I don't have to do it on both sides because it's 0. So, if I get rid of 0, that's just allowed. I'm just allowed to do that. So, I can get rid of that 0. I can get rid of this 0. I can get rid of all of these. And then I can see I really just have 2 versus 3. We're going to pick this up tomorrow, so probably the first thing we'll do tomorrow is Chromebooks. Okay? Do your homework. No excuses. Step up. Do your job. Love you guys. Ask for help if you need it. If you can quickly throw some algebra tiles back in bags, that'd be sweet. But if you don't get them all, that's okay. I will come around and help once all your stuff is off the desks. So we got to get to language arts. If you take like 30 seconds to try to put tiles away, I will do the rest.
Okay.